Outspoken podcaster Andrew Kibe has just posted a video on his YouTube channel showing him chatting up to supposed prostitutes at a nightclub in the US. Kibe, who is known for his boisterous advocacy for masculinity and traditional gender roles, had in just his previous podcast talked about men not making their seed available to any and every woman and to practice celibacy. It's not clear whether he ends up picking up the two women who appear with him in the video titled I'm a Poco Wow America, but we do see one of the ladies checking his ring finger to confirm that he isn't married, and then him exchanging numbers with the other one. The camera also pans at the end to show Kibe's brand new Mercedes parked outside, perhaps waiting to receive its new guests. How Andrew Kibe lost everything. Andrew Kibe recently revealed that he lost everything after he left his radio career in 2020. In a Twitter thread, the controversial social commentator traced his humiliating fall and subsequent rise into perhaps the most popular Kenyan podcaster today. 2 years ago, I lost my house and car after leaving radio. Today, I am at peace. I've relocated to the States and made it all back in a short time, he wrote. Then he went ahead to post some life advice to other men, which included being around other men, working out, setting goals, and constant learning. The former Kiss FM and Rang radio presenter has no plans of getting back on radio. Kibe divulged this while responding to a fan who asked if he would consider going back on radio if the rules are loosened. If restrictions are removed in radio, would you go back, to the fan posed? In response, Kibe noted that he has his own radio station, i.e. Rouge Radio, and he would be crazy to take up an offer to be a presenter in one of the local stations. Like, how go back to being an employee? Would I be mad? Remember, I have my own radio station now, so why would I go back to doing that old style radio station? People are listening to radio online. I mean, you should see my road radio stream every morning. It's crazy. People are listening to the station from around the world. Now I can tell you where they are listening from and how long, he stated. Further, Kibe noted that the world has evolved, and unlike the past where people had to wait for research firms to break down their audiences, they could now access that data in real time. We have real-time stats. We don't have to wait for the likes of Ipsos Synovate and use old transmitters. Now people are listening real time. The same way you are listening to me now as the same way people are now listening to radio every morning, he added. Kibe observed that he enjoyed the 2 years that he worked as a radio host while admitting that he got in late. However, he would not consider going back because what money is there to be made or to be an employee and to push products? It does not make sense. It was good while it lasted. I was only there for 2 years, which was more than enough for me, he explained. According to Kibe, going back on radio would mean that all his ideas, creativity, and ingenuity are dead, leaving him no other option but to look for a job as a radio host. He also urged his fans not to think of earning money but how they can solve the problems that are around them, because the former means you want to be an employee while the latter means you want to be an entrepreneur. Earning money is a slave mentality. Instead, look for problems to solve in your community, town, city, or country. That is how you utilize your purpose. You think of money, you lose the game. Look at the problems in the society, he noted.